And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another edition of First 40 Turns. And we're coming at you with Rome this time, and this is going to be a bit of a tutorial on how to handle a slightly below average starting position. And by that I mean a city that does not have a power tile inside of its original location, and in addition to that, not too many good tiles within even the first two rings of the city center. And how to kind of combat that and make things work for you and come out in the end doing well. And when I speak of power tiles, as most of you should know, that's any tile that has a minimum of 4 food and production total. So primarily we're looking for 2-2 tiles, 2 food, 2 production. That's ideal. But also 1-3 tiles and 3-1 tiles I consider to be powerful as well if you have a balance of them. If you have a 3-1 and a 1-3, you're working both, same as a couple of 2-2s, right? Jan, good to see you. I'm assuming you're done work now. So yeah, what we're gonna do is you could settle a couple different spots. You could cross the river and get closer to that 2-2-3 on a turn 2 settle. You could cross over here and settle in this location and get the 3-2 immediately on a turn 2 settle. But again, it won't be that good of a city even if you're here. You're only gonna have one good tile immediately, and that's it. With a turn 2 settle and not having good stuff, it's not the greatest. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually move to here and settle in place. And then we will immediately work the 4 food, because the key is that if you have a city, whether it's your capital or a city you found later on, if you have less than good tiles or below average tiles, then having a higher population is helpful, because it's having a population of 2 and you're working a couple of really strong tiles versus having a population of 4 and you're working 4 below average tiles. I'd rather have the 4 because you're still working more food and production in total. So you can cancel out the lack of strong tiles by getting food. So that's a thing. Let's walk into the desert here and take a look at what we've got out here. Okay, that's interesting. The other thing by moving to this position is we also opened up a 2-2 city center right here on that Plains Hill, and a beautiful tile adjacent, and there's also some other strong tiles in the area that we can see. So we know that we're going to have a second city that's probably going to be really strong. And having a second city that's very strong is always a nice antidote for having a weak capital. So yeah. What's the best play style if I like to stick to my early cities and really build them up without expanding too much? I really enjoy city management aspect of Civ 6. Well, the best playstyle? Certainly in Civ 6 you have to go wider. Typically you have to go wider than you do in like in Civ 5, for instance, where you could grow super tall. I suggest 8 cities is a pretty good number for most victories, other than, say, Domination, where you don't need to have that. Maybe 3 or 4 cities and then you just go take everybody else's. For a religious victory, 5 or 6 is plenty too, if you want to go that way. But culture, I like 8. Anything more than that's bonus. And for science, try to push to 10 or 12. And that's a better number. Now, if you do want to stick a little bit smaller and get to 4 or 5, that's fine. I wouldn't suggest it too much. Thank you, Brahms, for the biddies. I wouldn't suggest it too much on a really, really high difficulty level, because having more cities, more districts, more everything working for you is what helps make deity possible. Sticking to 4 or 5 cities, trying to get a science or culture victory would be very tough. I did do a 6-city culture challenge, or sorry, 6-city science challenge with Korea one time, who's very strong at science, and that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one, but that was it was challenging. I don't suggest staying too small. If you want to do that, that's fine. Make sure you give those cities plenty of space. Don't get your cities too crammed together, so you can get those cities to have a really high number of population, get high production, and then get lots of districts. Maximize your adjacencies and stuff like that. But yeah, it's hard to build. It's hard to go really tall in this game. There are some things that came with Rise and Fall that made it a little bit easier to go tall, but yeah. So, we're going Scout here. Because we have a lack of production, we don't want to waste our time going all the way to a Warrior, which would be a lot of turns. So we'll go with Scout, which will be a little bit quicker, and plus it'll allow us to explore a little faster, which will be nice. Again, to make up for some of the lackings of a weaker city. So, for instance, a Warrior could explore, a Scout will get out faster, start exploring sooner, and do so faster, giving us a better chance at goody huts that could lead to, say, a free builder, or free population in the city center, which would be very advantageous. A builder is something we're going to want to work right away. We can get a +5 food tile going here, make that a 2/2. You know, perhaps I don't know, who knows, maybe chop something down, or work one of these tiles to get the bonus for +3 improved tiles. There's a lot of options. So technology wise, certainly mining, if we were to get that super duper early free builder, the number one thing we want to do is make that a 2/2 tile. So we'll take a look at that, and we'll click next turn. And we've got barbs at our doors. Let's go over here. Got another lake there. Of course, always lakes when we're... anytime you're anybody but Wilhelmina, you've got lakes everywhere. And when you're Wilhelmina, you can't find a lake. Or at least I can never find a lake. So that quick, super duper quick population growth, we're going to be... by turn 5, we're going to be pop 2. Sivna, how you doing? Hello, hello. I'm gonna go there, like that. Make him cross the river so that he doesn't come down this way. This is gonna be a tough beat right here, because yeah, that's gonna be a really tough beat, because he's on an ideal terrain and fortified. So yeah. Probably just have to hit him once and then heal up. Hit him again, heal up. Okay, he went further down that way. I'm gonna grab that. Cross our fingers. Ugh. What a terrible, terrible boost. Early Empire, which would have been easily attainable. Now in here, you got a couple of options. Because it didn't affect, you could work in the 3/2. Keep in mind, by the way, sorry. One of Rome's biggest abilities, which I'm sure a lot of you are aware of, but it's amazing. They get a monument in all their cities as soon as they're founded. That is epic, because it means not only are you working the civics tree really fast right out of the gate, but it makes your borders expand quickly right out of the gate in every city. So you can very quickly get to this new tile here. Now, because we're still going to grow in 1, it's no problem working that 3/2. But I would still say, if for some reason the math added up that this city was going to have to take yet another turn to go up in population, I would say it would be more worth it to work that. But we will work this and immediately switch to that, get the population to 3 as soon as possible on a couple of really strong, powerful growth tiles. So that'll be the plan. The other thing that we would have to consider is whether or not we would want to switch. Because the scout's almost done, I would probably finish the scout. But another thing you consider is, with the population going up so quickly, you could consider the possibility of switching to a settler and doing the scout later. But it looks like we'll probably be like 3 turns left anyway. So you could do it either way. We can look at the numbers and decide. But for the most part, I would say... worth it to finish the scout, particularly when it's 16 turns on the settler. You'd be better off finishing the scout in 3 turns. In 5 turns, when we pop 3, we can focus on some higher production tiles. Hopefully we can get to that 1/3 before too long. In fact, it's going to grow to that. I might buy the 1/3 tile when we get to pop 3. It'll be something to consider. Now, the other thing to consider too is code of laws. Because we're working that hard culture early on, we're going to have Code of Laws very, very early. So it's actually not worth it to hit him yet. And the reason for that is in 2 turns, we'll be able to get the ability to hit Barbarians at +5. So I am going to go to here. Oh, we have Tundra down here. So it looks like this is going to be the bottom of the continent. So it looks like this land can kind of possibly be ours. Maybe, as it turns out. We'll have to see. But it's usually an assumption, unless there's somebody here, could kind of block us off. But very possible. Now, it's also possible there's somebody really close here and could screw us up on our 2-2 city center. Or second city. So then I'm going to move to there. So that I'm in cover of forest. And next turn we'll get the boost in order to hit him. Important also to keep in mind, though, you don't want to stand there for too long next to a barbarian hut, because after a while they'll spawn a unit and make you hurt real bad. We'll go ahead and run God King as always to grab that faith and push on. That was a good run. That was a good run. Push on to our Pantheon. So 1 turn on the scout, and then we'll go around and look at things and stuff. We always try to go foreign trade and get to the 50% production towards Settlers card as quickly as we can, as well as the ability to do open borders deals with civs. So as soon as you meet them, you can do open borders, and that can help your relations. So getting to that ability is also very important. If you're having trouble and you need to get to military quickly, getting the Agogi card is probably your better bet. If you get a really close meet and you know you're going to go to war, I mean. So if all of a sudden somebody came in here and was forward settling me, might be considering that. But in this case, we won't worry. This river, I kind of want to go see this, but I'm inclined to go to here. And then up and around. I think I'm going to do that. Oh, got cut off pretty quick. Let's take a quick look. We haven't done it yet. Continents lens. We are all in one continent. And settler lens. Appears as though there's no one too close, which is fine. Now we'll switch to our settler. And again, not particularly strong. What you could do is purchase this tile. And I'm thinking about doing it now just so that it doesn't cost me another 5 gold in a few turns. Hello there. Priest, you lost your streak? Oh, dude. I was just thinking about you the other day. Well, I think about you all the time, buddy. But I was thinking about the other day. I hadn't talked to you in a while, and I seen you playing various games on Steam and that. And I was like, God, I miss Priest. I wish you'd come in and say hello. And you admit you lost your streak. Dude, you were at like 10 months. Or 11 months. Oh my God, dude. I'm heartbroken. I was just about... I've been trying to get a hold of my artist to try and get sub badges done too. Oh, it's a heartbreaker. I would blame Ryu too. That terrible, terrible person. Kidding, of course. So this is going to be a tile we're going to want to work before too long. But we're going to want to continue to work these 2 tiles first in order to get the growth up. But I like the idea of grabbing this tile now, but making sure we don't use it until we're pop 3, which is good. Once we get to pop 3, we can work that tile and then get the pop production up. Because, like I said, getting the settler out as fast as possible in order to get a second city built and have it be a really good city is your best medicine to combat the crappy first city. Let's go ahead and hit that. 2 good hits in a row. We'll go for another one. Official daily memes. I like that. Official daily memes. Park Ranger will like that one as well. Official daily memes. Good name. Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. Appreciate it. Glad to have you here. And glad that you're enjoying. Be sure to leave your shoes at the door. And then to make yourself at home. Oh, the Chinese. Thank you for the introduction. And okay, so they're not too far off. 8 turns they got to here. So we're definitely going to get the city as fast as possible down here. because we're probably not going to be able to get too far up that way. A city here, and then maybe a city on the lake over here somewhere, and then maybe a city here, and that kind of cuts off the pathway, and then you can use all this land as your backfill. Is probably the best direction to go. Hit it again. Ooh, that's close. We're just barely surviving that. We did get a promotion, so that'll help us finish off. It's tricky. I kind of want to go across and get vision here, but I also want to go up the river. I'm gonna go up the river. Because I really want to see what's going on here. I'm nervous about where China is.
When you find yourself in a hole.
I'm nervous. Goddamn jungle, man. Holy cow. Who the heck ordered all the jungle? Animal husbandry. A big reason why you want to go animal husbandry here as well, even if you don't have anything to do with it, is that you want to keep archery not that far away. Because if you do get attacked, getting out of some slingers on the way to getting archery quick is your way to defense. Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? Good to see you. Wow! The immediate denunciation. I should have sent them... I didn't have the money, though. I wish I could have sent them an envoy now, or a delegation. Just an immediate denunciation. That is nerve-wracking, indeed. Wow. Okay. Tradition. All right. Next turn. Brutal. Yes, only 3 until 200. That's right. I was very happy to see that. I'm gonna go around this lake, but I gotta get back up here. Hey, Kumar, off work, eh? Good to hear. I want to get the settler down, but I will be going immediately. Immediately to Slinger. Another lake down there. Holy cow. Ooh. Really nice growth tile. Really nice tiles up in here generally. That's going to be a nice city. Okay, so they're not too close. They don't have any influence this way anyway. I'm going to be making time to push out some units. Oh, and a horsey. Yeah, so the city center right there for sure. It'll also give us a bunch of gold right out of the gate, which is nice. We can get to that growth tile, get their population up. And stuff like that. That's some serious tundra. And it's nice here to have the scout, because I'll be able to have vision if any more units come across. Right now, it's not too nerve-wracking to have a warrior sitting here, and we've got good vision of all this land right now, so we're in pretty good shape there. I'm going to get this guy all the way back to the city center. We'll just kind of take a look at this river and then head back up in there. And again, we're just pushing as quickly as we can. Oh, another barb hut. Be nice to get a clear on that, that's for sure. Thank you for the host, bud. Okay, really nice tile there as well. So maybe even a settle in here somewhere. There's really nice tiles out here. Some hills. There's that tile there. You could actually even settle the marble, but it'd be nice to actually work the marble for the production. Wouldn't be a great tile, but yeah, it's only a quarry actually. So yeah, maybe you settle the marble, get you closer to that, grab that horse, and this tile's out here, that's actually a nice settle. That's a nice second city right there. And then you could be looking at something out here. Maybe a 2-2 city center in there even. Get you a good tile there, plus lots of hills, and 2-2 city center there. Then you could also put a city here on the lake. And again, this is just me going off on my own little tangent. Lots of good tiles to work, even if it's in the tundra, because you can grow out here and mine this down here. Fresh water. There's no mountains around, so you'd probably want to start using these mountains as well. A city to the south, I would be looking at potentially something in here, close to that 3-2 tile, like that. And then of course we still got out this way to look at. This is also a 1-2, so that's another spot you could consider a city, because it's going to be a 2-2 city center. It's far enough away, and you can keep it nice and tight and loyal. Commercial hub and campus together? What do you mean? That house scared the crap out of you? It often does. Rames, what's up, buddy? Okay, here comes a slinger. We're going to run interference on him.
If there are no dogs in heaven, then when I... That's the positive aspect of trade.
We're going to keep running that, but I am going to switch off to a Gogi. I'm going to switch off to a Gogi. I maybe should have done it before. You're going to stay there. I'm going to run a block on this guy and make him be slow. And I'm going to... I'm going to get started on archery, but I'm not going to let it finish. We're going to go straight to Slinger. I'm also going to head north with my warrior. And I'll worry about that barb camp later. He's moved to there. You go there and skip. And then I'm going to make him go there, and I'll step there. And I'll just keep blocking him all the way down. Commercial hub and campus together. I just don't know exactly what you mean. Like, oh, yeah, campuses. You want to put the campuses where the jungle is. Yeah, since you've got no mountains. Yeah. You'd want to put the campuses as much as you could working these jungle tiles, even if it was an extra one. So you could do, like, for here, you put a campus there, work those two jungles, and a commercial hub there. That give you a +2. It's about the best you could do. God level G's. What's up? Shoes to the door, make yourself at home. Appreciate you being here. Oh yeah, if you could do that, if you put a city here or a campus right there, is that what you mean? That's not in the capital. But if you're talking about, you could put a campus there and it'd be a +3, but then you have to keep all of these jungle tiles that are a 2-1. If those were all 2-2s, I'd consider it for a while. But eventually, you're not going to want to have, unless you're Brazil, you're not going to have all jungle tiles. It's not worth keeping all those crap tiles for a +3 campus. Now, +6 campus, on the other hand, yes, it would be worth it. Crap. Oh. Now I've got no choice. I was hoping that scout was like long gone out to the east somewhere. Now you've got no choice. So we're going to start pumping slingers as fast as their little legs can get us. We're going to keep working the food because population, again, is very important. Getting to pop 4, that gives us options for highly productive tiles later. Excessive with more biddies, thank you, bud. But now I've got no choice but to come back with this warrior and try to do some work gonna have to come back with this warrior. Yeah, he's gonna get back and start spawning units. Frig. There's nothing I can do because he's gonna get to here and he's gonna get back and alert. Oh, it's frustrating. See, that's funny. I got denunciation right away because we satisfy his agenda really quick, right? Oh, he went up. Oh, nice. That way I can block him. Because the thing is that you're able to satisfy his agenda so easily. I'm just gonna stand there and heal. Maybe he'll hit him. You go there, you go there. Now he's gonna be able to go to there next turn is the only problem with that. I'm actually gonna step here. Wow, now it's thundering outside. Maybe I break up some of the humidity. Because this way, if he had gotten to there, then I wouldn't have been able to catch him. But now he can only go there, there, or there, and I'll be able to block him off again. Mr. Vega, thank you very much for the follow, and welcome. Oh, there we go. That scout. Is that scout not going to move? I mean, I'm just going to stay healed. I'm assuming that guy's going to just kill him now. Like that. You found that city. As you can see, the 2-2 city center is fabulous. We're going to start making a whole bunch of extra gold. And because Rome is OP, and they get that instant monument, their borders will grow quickly, and I don't have to worry about building the monument, because as you guys know, every time you found a new city, the monument is the first thing you do. We don't have to do that now. So we can do whatever we want, and we'll build Slinger. And in 3 turns, it'll be with the Agogi card turned on. And then that will be fabulous. China's just building the wonders for you. Yeah. You can always take their cities, right? And Morbidity is... Thank you very much. Excessive. Are you blocking him because you fear being attacked, or simply to slow his exploration? Just to slow down. The reason why I started it was because I had a feeling that there might be a bunch of his units coming down this way, and so I wanted to be able to slow down all of his units as much as possible. As it turns out, it's only the one. I don't really care about his exploration. I just wanted to slow down how quickly his units got here in general. It's kind of a waste of a scout in a way, but I assumed there'd be more guys coming. He denounced me. I assumed it was because I was the first person he met, and he was thinking he was going to come to war with me, so I was just trying to slow his units down. I've only seen the one slinger, so in the end it might have been just a waste. But it is what it is. One good thing about having a scout around when the other team has slingers is scouts actually do well against slingers. So I think I'm going to move him out there now and just see what's going on here. It's always deity. Always deity. Always, always, always. Almost full. It's right, excessive. It's almost full, baby. So I am going to... Plus the instant roads are so valuable. I'm actually going to get this guy on the move to the north here. And... Oh, wow. There it is. There was more units coming. I'm going to move that scout in to get a flank on this on that slinger. There was absolutely more units coming. I had a feeling there had to be. We're one turn from Agogi. I should have switched over to craftsmanship as soon as he denounced me, but that was a bit of a mistake on my part. But Agogi gets turned on, and we are on our way to archery. Hopefully I can get this slinger built. We're making gold. Oh, there's her.
Skill without imagination.
So we will turn on the Agogi card. And I'm going to... I want to work the faith. Even though the production would be nice, I'm going to work the faith. That gets us to 4 on the slinger. And 1 here. It's going to be all about finding the best location. I'm going to get into position to flank him. The next civic we're going to want to probably get is, it'd be nice to get up here and get the flanking bonus. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Plus it allows us to buy, what we could do if this war extends is go out here and grab the horses. Well, there'll be only 1 copy. We had to get an encampment for that, which is, I mean, at this point, sometimes when you're, it's like, you could, if you decided at this point in the game that you're going to be like, you know what, China? Go ahead. Be that way. I'm going to take your land. Because you know they're relatively close. And you could be like, well, I mean, we've got some pretty good spots for cities here, but we're kind of backed up against the tundra. So maybe we don't even worry about this city. We got like 5 or 6 cities of our own in here. And then we'll just go take yours and, you know, do that kind of thing. You could be like, all right, we'll build an encampment. We'll get our horses. We'll get like half a dozen horses going. And we'll go up there and take your cities before you can build walls and get you right out of the game. Particularly when they do a forward movement on their units, you can get your archers out, destroy their army. You can see they don't even have that big of an army, right? And just destroy their army with your archers. Then they're depleted. Get your horses, you rush them, and smoke them, and take their land. There is the declaration. We knew it was coming. So what you do, this guy right here is actually in a good position to attack this guy. Now, the first thought is you could move to here and attack still, because you've got the 3 movement. But that puts you in position to get hit by the warrior, which is not fabulous. But the other thing that you could do, that you could consider, is moving to here and then attacking. The reason why you don't want to attack from here is because you're on the marsh, so you'll get a negative bonus when he hits you back. So you go like this and attack. Not bad. We actually took more damage than him somehow, even though it was, I don't know, that was weird. As Rome, would audience chamber be the best first tier government building? It depends. I wouldn't necessarily say Rome. It just depends on your strategy, Kumar. I wouldn't say that it's anything necessarily specific to Rome that would be better. So in this situation as well, to keep in mind, because we're pushing in an archery, there's no point in risking your slingers. It's better just to stay here and let the warrior make your city stronger, and let your slingers just sit back here. 3 turns on a slinger there, 3 turns on a slinger there. I am going to 1 turn only delay archery so that this slinger and this slinger pop out. That'll be 4 slingers. We have enough gold to upgrade him all the archers, and then we just decimate his units. Hey, Kinsho, I'm waiting for him to do another tutorial run on like... That's funny, Kinsho. Alright, you're gonna like that. Yeah, 4 archers will be crushing his world. Now, that is unfortunate. I didn't think that he would do it that way, but he did. Now, that did slow down his attack, brought his warrior out. That's interesting that he did that the way he did, though. So that guy is going to be able to go home. That's fine. That was kind of a weird debater. So we should be able to slip back into archery, and this slinger and that slinger will be done. This is in a good enough position here now. You know what I can actually do? Just for the superior positioning. I'm going to go like this, and then go like this. And then that guy's like practically dead. He'll probably have a promotion now, and then I'll kill him the next turn. This warrior has such an advantage over the slinger. I'm going to go ahead and hit him like that, and give him a major damage. Like that. And go next turn. He did take a promotion, which I assumed he would. This guy got his promotion as well, which was not a surprise. But because we did the movement last turn to get into better positioning, we're able to go like that and like that. And he's almost dead. And we're able to go ahead and hit this guy on flat land. We could go here, but we'll win that battle. And then these guys will all hit this city with nobody in it, which will do a lot more damage. Now, I'm not worried too much at this point, because the slingers aren't going to do much damage anyway. And one hit from the warrior is not going to kill it. And this guy is still a ways away, so it's not too concerning. But I like the idea of hurting a slinger in this case quite dramatically. Like that. Pew pew. And then here we're going to just heal up there with him. That slinger pops out next turn, there and there. What happened? Oh, Geneva declared war on me. I didn't even know Geneva was a thing. Geneva is a thing. Well, there you go. Okay, so they've moved around. They've done a flanking job. That's cool. Now, something to keep in mind. He actually did hit me here. This guy absolutely 100% needs to move out of here. Go there to get positioning. Alright, I'm gonna have this warrior step out here. That might have been a mistake. I didn't notice this guy. Ah, shoot. Okay, that's fine. This guy's gonna go here. This guy's gonna attack here. And this guy's gonna kill this guy. And that way this guy can't hit me, only this guy, and I'll win that because he's way injured. And then that way I can move this guy back onto my land, so that next turn I can upgrade to Archer with him being on my land. And this guy, I'll just go ahead and get a hit there. Like that. And we'll go... well, no, because that's going to switch to an Archer. Archer's going to take forever in this city. At this point, it's kind of interesting. I mean, you could throw out another warrior, I suppose. A warrior would be a decent option here, because if you decide to counterattack, warriors can help with adjacencies and help. Early in the game, warriors will still be a good advantage in a counterattack. So, if because the unit of China's, you would get him down to military strength. Yeah, well, I'm not too worried about a barb rush. I mean, it's... once we have archers, barb rushes are nothing. So, excessive with the morbidities. Filling her up. Thank you, bud. Yeah, we're under siege, but I'm not worried about that because his units are going to get shredded by my archers. And here, we're going to go right back to... See, now a builder's interesting because a builder could start making this city a lot more effective. get us a 2/2 tile there, make that a 5. You know, give us some options with the builder. But I think I'm going to go... I would probably go... We're going to have 4 archers. I'm going to go to at least 5. So we'll pop a turn in here. That'll switch to an archer, but then we'll be able to quickly finish the archer as well. 5 or 6 archers, we can really shred them and then make a counterattack. And at this point, this early in the game, because it happens so quickly, an archer counterattack with some warriors is enough to take a city or 2. And, you know, maybe take him out of the game. Maybe we push to the horses. There's the horses down here. So you can also put another city down here, grab 2 horses, don't have to worry about an encampment. And just make a push to that. Lots of ideas. The cup overfloweth, indeed. Indeed, Dackman. Okay. Next turn. Again, not too big a deal. Because we are going to have archers now. So no reason to panic. Agogi stays on. We are one... Oh, that's frustrating. We are 1 turn away from having our Pantheon. And now we have to finish this. So we're 7. We have to run that policy for 7 turns. Now there's a couple of options you could do here. We want to get some archers going, obviously. So I would move this guy. No, I actually just keep him in the city. He goes to an archer. He stays healed. Now there's a couple things you could do here. We would like to get rid of this unit, maybe. It would be a good idea. There's a couple of different options you could do here. If we got rid of that unit, it would be really nice. We could maybe move this unit here and shoot him. And then move this unit here to shoot him. And then let the warrior go back in and make the city stronger again. I think I like that idea. And then this guy can upgrade to an archer this turn. Getting rid of a unit in this situation is really advantageous. So that guy goes to there. Oh, I actually killed him. I thought we might go short of killing him there. Alright. So this unit could then go to here and still upgrade. And he goes into the city. And then this unit also upgrades. There's our machinery boost. I could have killed with the... I don't know if the... I don't know if that would have killed him, though, if I'd have shot with him first. I didn't think that the first guy... I'll be honest with you. I didn't think the first slinger was going to kill him. I thought it was going to take 2 slinger kills. But that's a good point. What I could have done in that situation, Hendy was going to say, is I could... The problem is I needed to move my units around. I needed to move my units around in a circle. So I couldn't get this guy out of here. Because those 2 spots were always going to be consumed. But yeah, I don't know if that guy would have killed... That slinger would have killed him as an injured unit. It would have been close. But it's a good point. Getting a promotion on an injured unit is always a nice idea if you can get it. Okay, so lots of options here. Getting to your iron is always nice. We've killed the 1 barbarian, I think, and that's it. Grabbing pottery for now is probably a good way to go. And we'll run next turn. Once again, they're in a lot of trouble. They are going to be hurting real bad. This guy can come to here and attack him. This guy will go to here and upgrade. Oof. This guy. Oof. Yeah, I'm gonna attack this guy with this one. To get the XP on him, and then this guy attacks him. Makes him almost dead. If he attacks again, he is. And essentially at this point, he's got nothing. He's toast. Yeah, you heard thunder. It's thundering out, yeah. All that thick, hot, humid air, 33 degrees and humidity, has turned into a thunderstorm, it appears. 32 degrees, indeed. Turn 32 is where we're at. So, it is a bit of a slowdown. The war is a bit of a slowdown. This is where you're thinking, okay, well, if I'm going to spend this much time building units early in the game to defend an attack, then we're going to make them pay for it. We're going to put together a military that actually gains us something other than just our freedom. So this is where you're kind of thinking, okay, we'll get 5 archers, maybe a couple more warriors, and we'll just counterattack and go take out his cities. So that's essentially the plan. Here comes another warrior. Again, this is fine though. We're gonna shred him. We're gonna absolutely shred him. Choose Pantheon. Goddess of the Harvest. You guys know me. It's the best Pantheon in the game, bar none, as far as I'm concerned. There's other options you could go for. If you're going for a culture victory or even a science victory, Divine Spark's not a bad idea. You guys know me. I like Divine Spark on a culture victory especially. If you can't get the Pantheons for the faith. Culture from pastures. If you have a ton of pastures, pushing that culture is great. As Rome, you don't really need the culture boost. It's always nice to compound the synergy of it, but oral tradition can be valuable if you've got tons and tons of stuff for it. But there's absolutely no way I would take anything other than Goddess of the Harvest here. I know it's boring. You're probably like, I always take Goddess of the Harvest. Well, of course I do. Yeah, exactly, Hendu. When China early attacks, I'm never concerned when China early attacks. For the very fact that how am I gonna get extra attacks in here? You attack him. I'd have to move the warrior out. That's fine, I'll move the warrior out. Move the warrior out. You go in. You attack him. You attack him. And then you come to here and attack him. And then we don't mind if he does that because he's dead in the counterattack. Anyway, yeah, because yeah, in other news, exactly. So Andy just said in chat, for those of you wondering, China's always seems weak. I'm sure he meant to say W-E-A-K, weak. When they early attack, maybe they shouldn't be building wonders. In other news, free wonder in China capital. So typically their army early on in China isn't very strong because they, of course, have great benefits early on to building wonders. That's one of their biggest advantages, is building those early wonders. But what happens with that is, because you're spending time building the wonders, getting the builders to help charge it up and stuff like that, you're not building a military. So once I shred his warriors and his first couple slingers, you know, he's not going to have any units, and he probably won't even switch off the wonders. So when I march into his cities, he's probably not going to have much defense. So he's a very, very vulnerable target early in the game. I'm just going to stay... no... Yeah, I'm going to stay here because I don't want that barb coming over here. I'm not sure if that barb might trigger or not. Okay, so this guy is full health. There's that hut. So I'm going to allow him to start exploring again. Maybe go check out where China's borders are. A little reconnaissance action. This guy's running for his life. I don't blame him, but it's not going to help. And the other warrior just turned around because he's like, I'm getting out of here. Promo available for him. This guy is going to here. That guy, that. Promo available for you. This guy... Ooh, okay. This guy's got to die, but this guy will have to cross that river. That guy's a promo, and this guy is a promo. I'm going to let this guy go ahead and hit to kill this guy. And then this guy can take his promo. And then hit next turn. This guy takes his promo. This guy's going to stand there and heal. And this guy is going to get some vision. God, that's thick, thick, lush territory. A lush. I'm going to go step here. There's China's border right there. That's looking really nice up there. Let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. Unfortunately, that 2-2 city center is not a thing. This could be the 2-2 city center right there, though. With the mountains. 1, 2, 3. That's 4. That's beautiful. 2-2 city center. In the mountains. That once you take over China, you can just rock all that land. You could probably get another beautiful city up in here. Maybe find a 2-2 city center to rock up in there as well. This right here is what I like to call an OP game. This is a game that you just dream of. Great land, plus you're going to take somebody else's land. It doesn't get much better than this. It really doesn't. Getting on top of the trader right now wouldn't be a bad idea in your secondary city. I always like to make sure you grab your traders as soon as possible. With that being said, we're up to 5 archers and 2 warriors. I kind of want to get onto a settler before too long in my capital, but we are about to take some other people's cities. Continent split? I don't know. We were all on one continent at one point. I think we're still on one continent. Yeah, we're all on the same continent still. Although I think they're on a different continent over here. Yeah, they're on a different continent over here. So there's going to be a split somewhere. You don't want to make too few units. We could go one more warrior out of here, and then another warrior out of here. That's going to give us 4 warriors and 5 archers. That's probably enough, especially as long as they don't have archers. If they have archers, then that can be kind of frustrating. But the random desert toggle. Oh yeah, look at that. Eh? Look at that. That's hilarious. Just one random desert tile right in the middle of all that lush rainforest and jungle and grasslands. Makes a lot of sense. Oh, G-Bean. The park ranger. Nick G himself. The excessive one. Boom. Look at that. Sploosh. He filled it up, made it nice and pretty, and then he made a big old sploosh all by himself. You gotta love it. Thank you very much for that. Park ranger. You are the man. You're going there. You're taking your promotion. You are going to attack him. You are going to go to there. And you to there. And we're going to start our counterattack. Right here on first 40 turns. Okay, so this is the reason I did this.
No man ever wetted.
The reason I stepped to this location right here is I thought this guy, his health was such that I thought it's going to be a tough beat. I was like, that's going to be a tough beat for that warrior to kill him on one shot. And he was so kind to get him to 1 HP for little old me to come in there and rock that world. Of course, it hurt a lot, but it's worth it for 30 gold and the 3 era score. That is excessively worth it. This guy's going to get rocked 2 times by the archers. Make it 3 times by the archers. And this warrior will step to here for vision. This guy attacks him. He's dead. And this guy keeps moving. There is a barb camp down here as well as a goodie hut. So it's probably not a good idea to ignore those. What I could do is send a couple archers south to take care of that. Hate to slow down the push though. You know what? I say screw it. Oh, by the way, she wants to be friends. We're going to go ahead and take it. It's not hard to be friends with her. You just don't build on the shores. And then, of course, him, if he hadn't announced me, he's easy to please as well early in the game. Just don't build wonders. You got really invested? Yeah, it's 40 turns, bud. Which is just about over. In fact, my alarm went off at the 50-minute point not too long ago, so we'll just try to wrap this up in and around an hour. Go like that. Cross over the river like that. This guy's gonna take his promotion. I'm gonna move to this side here and kind of flank up around this guy just so I know what's going on. This guy's going to move like that. Now, like I said, you could worry about that, but every turn that passes is another chance for him to build more archers. Now, it's a good chance he's trying to build wonders all over the place, and it's not a big deal. But archers are our nemesis, just like they were his nemesis. If he has a bunch of archers, it can be very annoying. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I'm gonna go ahead and take that promotion. So a couple warriors there. That's most of his combat strength remaining. Time for third city. It is. As soon as that warrior's done, we pop a settler. The good news is that we should be able to take his cities, which means, you know, even though we've been slowed down a lot, in our... Oh, and there's another warrior. We've been slowed down a lot in our run. It's not too big of a deal at this point. Because... we'll keep that on. Because we will be able to take advantage of taking his cities. We can go to there. Like that. This guy... He had 2 warriors. Where was his warriors? Like that? I kind of want to step on this hill. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I kind of like this. Because even if he attacks me, I get that major combat bonus. And then we'll be in position to retaliate before long. Which is great. He's going to move to there. He's going to move there. I'm going to have him move up there. This guy is done. I just turned on our settler card so we can pop a settler in 9 turns. Having a nice high population in this city of 5 is great. Also, it didn't give us the notification, but we can appoint our governor here. And when we do this, 10 turns, we don't want to lose population if we can avoid it. So what we want to do, we won't get to that point in this, but we would want to delay this settler long enough that we finish this and get the other promotion on Magnus. It's worth delaying the settler by 1 turn to get the promotion on Magnus to not lose population in the city. We're at pop 5, which is really nice. In a city that has a serious lack of production. You could actually speed up production as well. You could trim that down to 7, which it wouldn't be a bad idea, but you would lose population is the only problem. I kind of like, well, what if we focus growth? If we focus growth, we grow, that's 15 turns away. It's because we're on housing problems. I don't like doing that either. I think I like just working that normal, and you would just delay the settler for a turn to make sure we got the promotion on Magnus before the settler popped. Absolutely 100% worth saving the population to delay it. Absolutely. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was saying, Hindu, is there's not much point in pushing the growth in this city right now because we don't have the greenery yet. So we're at 5 out of 6. The reason why the growth is a little slow here is because we've got 50% growth because we're up against the pop cap. If we're to push the population in this city, yeah, we would grow in 16 turns, whatever it was, 15 turns. But we'd be right up against our housing cap, and then the growth would be nothing. So it's perfectly fine just to work it like this. By the time we get 21 turns in, we'll probably get the greenery. We'll probably go settler greenery or something like that. And then go settler something after that. But yeah, I like the way this looks right there. Just straight beaming them. Norm simply imposes his will upon all their civs. Missed that comment. Thank you very much for that. I just kind of want to take this guy wide and just see what's going on here. Like his city's here. I'm wondering if that's his closest city and he's like that. Because he did meet this guy, and these guys, he actually is suzerain of this guy. So he's met this guy pretty soon. So his cities must be kind of like that. Now in this position, I'm not a big fan of standing on this hill taking a double attack. I do not mind, however, going there. And I do not, however, mind going there. And there. Like that. Just moving in like that. We're going to have this guy stand there and there. Oof. Not too shabby. Lots of locations. You could put like campuses, holy sites up in there for great bonuses. Would you make a farm triangle where the wheat tile next to the floodplain? Oh, absolutely. Long term, that's a dream. That is an absolute dream of a farm triangle right there. In fact, you would even continue it down here for this city. You go farm triangle and then do it right out the other end here. And then this city this tile right here would become even better because it'd have 2 triangles on it. And then this city's districts you would put anywhere else. and then you would focus the districts in this city up there. 100%. 100%, baby. All right, that's turn 39, and this is turn 40. That actually, even though I had the bonuses, man, that's kind of crazy. You're backing out, you're attacking him, you're attacking him, and you're attacking him. And he didn't die! Are you kidding me? I could have beaten him too. I screwed that up. Turn 40, your lesson to end the video. Don't get excited in a war. Think it out. I thought for sure I'd kill him with 3 archer attacks, but he got all that bonuses, and 2 of these guys, or one of the guys, I guess, this guy didn't finish him off because he didn't have a thing. I could have moved this unit to here and still attacked, moved this unit to here and attacked, and then moved this unit over here and attacked as well. That would have been 4 archer attacks, and that unit would be dead right now. Mind you, he's probably going to stand there and take the promotion. We'll kill him next turn anyway. But in a situation where that wouldn't be the case, and that killing that unit would have been crucial, I could have killed that unit and I screwed it up. I screwed him up. I can't believe that guy didn't die on 3 attacks, but he had major bonuses. We're going to call it there, folks. That's the first 40 turns. That's how you immediately switch. As soon as I saw that he had denounced me like that, he was coming for me. I was the first person that he met for sure. He's like, I'm going to have to go kill somebody. This is the first guy I met. I'm going to kill him. He denounced me. I knew something was coming. I slowed down his advance a little bit, which was a good idea, as it turned out, with my scout, just to slow him down a little bit. We were able to get our slingers out. We got right on to animal husbandry, so that we had archery available. And we got our archers and propelled his attacks, and now we're counterattacking, and Bob's your uncle. It's been a fabulous run. I hope you enjoyed it. Rome is so strong. I love playing with these guys. Go ahead and play yourself your own Rome game right now, unless you're going to watch another video, in which case we'll see you next time. Bye bye.